Everybody, it's Madmaxed again with another raid video. If you will, please subscribe to the channel. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Leave me some comments. If you got any questions, just write them in the comments. I'll try to get back to you. But this is Mashald, and he's on one of my alt accounts. He's not on my main account, but I play this one. I always help my clan out. I just stack up energy and stuff, and when CVC comes around, I'll just blow everything to make a bunch of points with this account. I don't really care about. I mean, it's developed. I mean, it does well for the clan boss. I mean, it's like I can two-key nightmare. I haven't really developed a really good clan boss team for this account, and I probably should because I do have it. I have an unkillable team. I just never developed it out. Now, Mashald, a lot of you guys, if you probably faced him in the arena, you probably know how bad he is. You probably realize that, you get feared by him. It just, then you'll lose if you use your ability and that true fear hits, and you also, it puts it on a cooldown, and just like you use it, fear doesn't do that. You just lose a round, but the true fear really screws you up, and he throws the true fear, and then it's a fear after that. So I put a set of perception gear on, speed gear. You want him fast is what you want him. He's got like, 4,200 hit points. He's got an attack of 3,700. It needs to be a little bit higher than that if I could get it. I don't have this Great Hall on this account done anywhere close to what I've got on my main account. And it's just, but I mostly focus on my main account, and I don't do much with this account. He's got 228 speed. Of course, Arbiter boosts that speed, and then, of course, with that turn meter boost on top of that, he gets fairly fast. He's got 83% crit rate. It would be nice if he had like another 10 or 11 so at least. But, if you look, everything's got crit rate, double crit rate, triple crit rate rows, a crit rate row, double crit rate rows. These two don't have it on there, but this is a 6-star crit damage glove, really nice, and an attack 6-star. And of course, it had a speed, but it didn't go into it. It had an accuracy. I at least got one into it. And then, of course, I've got an accuracy banner, and the accuracy banner's got speed, and one of the rows went into it. But rings, and of course, this is a crit damage amulet, of course, a 6-star. And of course, the rows didn't go where they really should have went. They should have went more into the accuracy and more into the attack, but that's a flat stats anyway, so it doesn't make that big a deal. Now, let's look at his skills. And his skills, I've got him totally booked out. He attacks one enemy, heals the champion by 30% of the damage inflicted. Will then attack enemies under leech debuffs. Well, he throws a leech right off the bat. This is the very first skill that you're going to use. And this thing has, it's a 3-turn cooldown. It lasts 2 turns. But usually I don't have trouble with the speed and stuff that I can usually loot like the clan boss or whatever I use him in, because I use him in clan boss, and he's usually the lead even. Because his aura, his aura only applies to the dungeon, but I usually put him there because I usually make him the stun target. Because he also will do the continuous heal on himself. He will steal that debuff when he does this too. He will sit down when he uses this so that when the clan boss is in the colors and he's got that attack up that, for 2 turns, he'll just steal it and he puts it on himself. So, and then he'll attack with the leech debuff. He's a great champion to have. Now, I'm going to look at the masteries. I've got him all mastered out. The crit rate, crit damage, the extra damage, all the way down to War Master. Now, I use him even in like Doom Tower and stuff. So he increases the damage inflicted by 6% in arena and 3% in all other locations for each enemy killed by this champion. It stacks up to 12. Now he kills a lot of stuff. He's a really hard hitter. He's really people that don't have him, they may underrate, what his damage is. They just think, the fear is the big deal. But he's a massive damage dealer when you book, once you book him out, you get his masteries and you get him built right. And of course, these are the other two masteries. The other is the accuracy, the crit lore, the crit, the Lords of Steel. I took the one that increased the debuff by 30%, and it doesn't do the fear or the true fear, but it does extend that leech that he applies and that heal reduction sometime. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to go into an arena. If I got any keys left, I do. I got one. So I need to find somebody that I'm faster than, which is, and I want to find some that's like have a full set. Okay, so like Foley, if he hits you, you're gonna die. You know how Foley is. He's gonna gang up, hit that big AOE attack. People usually make him really attack really fast. The only thing is um, you've got Duchess here. Usually Duchess is to the extreme where she resists everything. So, and everybody is the wrong color too. And see, he just killed these two people. He almost killed that one. He took a quarter of Dutch's hit points away. I mean, he's really a hard hitter. There's no doubt about that. And so is Jimbo. Jimbo is really good. Now, Duchess has where her turn meter is fixing to go, but I'm going to freeze her because she can't resist with Yarkle. And I made videos about Yarkle. I love Yarkle. I mean, he's one of my favorite champs in this game. Now, you see how much damage he did? And that's on Duchess that's been tanked out, too. You can tell Duchess. You see how little damage that she did? Of course, she is tanked. So, it's over. But that's what he does here in this. He's not only good here, he's also good in, like when you go through and you put him, I put him in Ice Golem, I have put him in Doom Tower, I put him in Dragon. When you go through like with Dragon, I mean, it's just like, it's an easy run. Because what he'll do is, he'll fear all the stuff. It may not be the quickest run around, because I don't really have a bunch of nukers on here that are maxed out. I mean, I haven't even finished up. I just got Roto. So, and yeah, he's really hard. He's a really hard hitter. But like, I'll pull this out. And I usually use him a lot of times here. I usually use him for Roto. But I just got him trying to level him up. So I swapped out, the two. And, Roto he doesn't have any masteries on him yet. And see, everybody's feared now. And a lot of these guys, they're not going to go. Well, of course, they're really not going to go with Ninja freezing them, but that's just Ninja. I have Relentless on him, so he goes sometimes 2 and 3 times, and it makes a huge difference. And I've got Bills on Ninja. Ninja is he's one of my favorite champs too. I mean, especially in Relentless gear, especially in Clan Balls, he does massive damage. I use him in Doom Tower a lot. Doom Tower normal, he can just, with him and Yarkle, they can keep everything froze. They can do it on hard up to about 50 or 60, if you've got enough accuracy. But they can keep everything froze. Once you get up to about 80 or 90, they start getting so fast. Even with all the speed I've got, I just can't loop them fast enough for all those freezes to work. So, no, Ninja just wasted his freeze on one guy. But that's just the AI. It's stupid. But anyway. And he's fast enough, like on 20, even though it wasn't up, he's able to get it back up again, too. Yugo's a great champ. One of my, I love Yuko as an epic. I just got it on my main account. I haven't had time to develop it, but I've just got Lada. I just got, I haven't had Rallo very long. I haven't had, there's several of them I haven't had very long. I've still got to do their masteries. I need books. One of these days I'm gonna get back to doing Yuko on my main account because she really helps even in hydrant stuff. And I would probably tank her out with the resist more than what I've got on this one. Plan Boss is all about, you need a whole lot of resist to keep those poisons off because the poison is terrible. And you look, and Mashal hits almost as much as Roto hit with that one. I mean, and of course, like I said, he doesn't have the masteries yet, but he's got pretty decent gear on him right now. He doesn't have that accuracy debuff, but you see how much damage Roto did, and Roto does do a lot of damage, especially since he gets that second, third hit a lot of times. But 23,000, of course, Ninja did 150. That was a weak hit with like 68 with Mashal. Yuko hits hard. Yuko does the decreased defense, blocks the buffs. I mean, this is a really good epic. If it's the only one left alive and it's got that heal, it'll res everybody too. I've mazed up through before just because of that. And she removes one debuff off of people when she does that heal too. But that's what he does. He's a really great champ. If you pulled him, you need to build him. He's one of those at 60 he's an automatic 60. There is no doubt about that. He is a great champion to have. I like Mashal really well. Wouldn't mind him on my main account, but I've got good champs. I've got a lot of good champs on my main account, but he can help your team a whole lot. He can help you in arena. He can help you in Doom Tower. There's endless places that he can use. And I hope everybody has a good night. Remember to subscribe. If you got any questions, just write them in the comments. And thanks for watching.